Hey, what's up everybody? It's Eli. Pronouns they, them, he, him. So today's poem, it's gonna be a poem. I think they might all be poems, we'll see. But so far the trend is poetry. Today's poem is about language. And specifically how language can sometimes not be as inclusive as you are taught that it is in grade school. And being trans or a person of color, you come into contact with a lot of barriers that language sets up for you. And learning how to deconstruct them is something I have been working on for a long time. I'm in a couple groups at school. I'm in Asterisk, which is a trans club. We actually have a conference coming up. If you're anywhere around the UCR area, I'll put the link in the description box below so you can check it out. It's $20 and a lot of cool workshops. I also go to a group that's just like a trans group meeting, stuff like that, and lots of people, peers, to kind of talk about these things and deconstruct them. And after a meeting last week, I believe, on Wednesday, we were just talking about language a lot, and I wrote this during my class, which I probably should have paid attention to class, but also super glad that I produced something like this right after, so pros and cons. But yeah, so this one I will share with you is about language and being trans. I hope you enjoy. Transgender, translanguage. Every word I write drives me further from the truth of my identity. Each attempt at accurate language is a wedge between my explanation and my expression. The words that we are taught are catered and cultivated towards the binary and leave those in between or outside gasping in silence. How can you tell me language is inclusive? Gender is like the color spectrum. Humans can see a set spectrum of colors and only have the vocabulary to describe these few. Empirically, we know that there are more that other species can see, but because of the lack of language and the static nature of heteronormativity, which, might I add, glares back to me in Microsoft Word while underlined in red, we struggle to communicate our identities. Our colors are refuted as we search dictionaries for kind of, sort of definitions. Oxford and Webster have not yet validated my existence. So I sit at the page each night mute, speaking to the deaf and blind with borrowed and inapplicable words. I grasp at letters and sounds, hoping their combinations will somehow illuminate the possibilities of my queerness in a country where the president simply saying LGBT for the first time in the State of the Union address is supposed to scream progress. I sit at tables with my parents sweating and sobbing, trying to stutter out an explanation of why the daughter they thought they had never existed. No, not a son either. I don't know closer to a son than a daughter if I use the terms you know, but fuck you because that's not how it works, and I'm sorry, because there's no way for you to know any better. They don't teach this in schools or write about it in parenting books. I can barely finish this thought in my head, let alone try and tell you how to relearn every textbook and science class you ever read or took. Having the words man or woman hug your skin at night silently and without qualm is something I want you to appreciate, as I explained that the pronoun they can be used singularly with every introduction. Never pausing during the check M or F or please write your full name is something I hope you cherish, because I once spent an hour staring at 2 empty boxes in a waiting room, knowing either was a lie and sweating at the thought of a triggering birth name. Take solace in the fact that the biggest roll call fear you've had was a mispronunciation, as I feel my lunches creep up my throat with acid on the first day of the quarter as the alphabetical progression inches towards my name. Did they remember to change the roster? Will they misgender me in front of the class? If language serves your identity instead of obliterating it, if you can pick up any book or watch a movie or turn on the TV and see anything even close to representation, take a step back and listen to us as we tell you something more exists, that we exist. We give words to the entities that we deem worthy of recognition. I beg you, be patient as I search for mine. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Everybody, thanks for watching my videos. Be sure to subscribe if you want to hear more poetry by me. Give it a thumbs up if you like that one. Comment on anything you want to hear about if you have any suggestions. I'm always open to that. I hope you all had a wonderful Monday, and I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you next Monday.